Peace be upon you. Welcome back to Wealth and Wisdom. Today we are discussing the common sense approach to Bitcoin. Truths have a way of becoming self-evident in time, more often due to common sense rather than any amount of reason or logic. One day, the truth is more likely to smack you in the face, becoming painfully obvious through some first-hand experience, which opens up a perspective that otherwise would not have existed. Among its perceived flaws as a currency, Bitcoin is viewed by many to be too complicated to ever achieve widespread adoption. In reality, the dollar is complicated. Bitcoin is not. It becomes very simple when abstracted to the least common denominator, 21 million Bitcoin. And who controls the money supply? No one. Not the Fed or anyone else. At the end of the day, that is all that matters. Bitcoin is in fact complicated at a technical level. It involves higher-level mathematics and cryptography, and it relies on a mining process that makes very little sense on the surface. There are blocks, nodes, keys, digital signatures, difficulty adjustments, hashes, Merkle trees, and many other words we need not discuss at this time. But with all this, Bitcoin is very simple. If the supply of Bitcoin remains fixed at 21 million, more people will demand it, and its purchasing power will increase. There is nothing about the complexity underneath the hood that will prevent adoption. Most participants in the dollar economy, even the most sophisticated, have no practical understanding of the dollar system at a technical level. Not only is the dollar system far more complex than Bitcoin, it is far less transparent. Similar degrees of complexity and many of the same primitives that exist in Bitcoin underlie an iPhone, yet individuals manage to successfully use the application without understanding how it actually works at a technical level. The same is true of Bitcoin. The innovation in Bitcoin is that it achieved finite digital scarcity while being easy to divide and transfer. 21 million Bitcoin ever, period. That compared to $2.5 trillion new dollars created in 2 months by one central bank, is the only common sense application anyone really needs to know. There is no such thing as a free lunch. Everything is being paid for by someone. When governments and central banks can no longer create money out of thin air, it will become crystal clear that backdoor monetary inflation was always just a ruse to allocate resources for which no one was actually willing to be taxed. Americans don't want to be taxed so that weapons can be sent abroad, so they just siphon it through monetary inflation instead. Bitcoin is the inevitable path forward. Time makes more converts than reason. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Abraham Lincoln. If you learned something today, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.